Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 34 of our All the Mods 9 to the Sky Let's Play series, where today we are getting quantum with our quantum singularities and quantum bridging and entering into the quantum zone and getting all wireless. So let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata, where today, we have some stuff we're going to work on. I've been taking a look at the All the Mods star and seeing some of the things that we're going to need. And so we're going to start working towards getting some of those little bits and bobs and pieces and stuff, progressed through. We're not like close to wrapping up the pack or anything. I mean, I'd say we're probably about 80% through what we need to get through in the pack. Mainly where we're at is magic is what we need to do. We've handled tech pretty much for the most part, other than like getting into advanced mechanism and advanced. I mean, we're actually really at advanced power, but mechanism and everything we need to get going. But yeah, we're gonna work on some of those little miscellaneous minor bits and bobs and stuff, and start getting some of that infrastructure set up and going. So with that being said, let's dive on into what we are going to be working on today, which is getting ourselves set up a quantum link chamber from Applied Energy 6.2. Forgot the name of the mod for a moment there. Because if we take a look at our quest book, ignore the items on the list for the moment. If we look in the quest book, let's see, we did all this stuff. We did all this stuff. Let's just go ahead and let's just clear out right off the bat. Let's click the random button and clear out the stuff. And then I guess click the random button again because we get more stuff. And then we get more stuff. Oh, a quantum entanglement porter. I do love me a quantum entanglement porter. These random rewards, apparently you can't click the button and collect random rewards. You have to, and these loot rewards don't work. I probably need to update the pack or something. I probably should report it as a bug, but I think I'm a couple versions out of date anyway on the pack. So yeah, anyway, power reward, that at least gets you something. It's just those loot bags that don't seem to be working correctly. You will give me a common reward. Nice. And then I've done all of this stuff, but I haven't done demon mining or anything like that. Anyway, all right, let's get rid of all this junk really quick. Cool. Wither predictions. That's from the Wither, right? We don't have that going. Cool. Hey, cool. We already had that, so we don't need that. We got a singularity for free. I mean, we have plenty of those, so nothing special about that. Copper generator, source gem block, some vibranium, all kinds of stuff that we don't need. Okay, cool. So if we take a look in our quest book and we come up here to the star, these are the things that we're going to need to craft the All the Mods star to get to the end game, or to really finish up the pack. So we have to craft these things here in order to craft up the All the Mods star ultimately, and that is made in a summoning altar. So you need these things, including red matter as a catalyst, a block of nether star below the summoning ritual, and you have to kill a warden within a 3x2x3 region from where you do this whole thing. So you put all the things in there, you kill the warden, and then you insert the catalyst, or you do all the things, you insert the catalyst, then kill the warden. I'm not 100% on the logistics there, but all said and done, bada bing, bada boom, you get the All the Mods star, and then that's what allows you to craft, all the creative things in the pack and all that stuff, right? So we are obviously wanting to work on this. This is the end game. This is the things that we want to head towards. And so we have to make these few things. And I've been taking a look. Most of them they're not terribly too complicated. We have to get up to blood magic. I think we have to get up to blood magic tier 4 in order to get these done, in order to make the runes. Another star generator, we can craft that. We have all of the stuff needed for this. Wither builder we can do. We just got wither predictions, so I don't even need to get a wither thing. Witherless rose is, it doesn't seem terribly too complicated other than getting these things, but we may even have them. I don't know. Like Dragon Soul, we're gonna have to get into Draconic to get the chaotic energy controller and cores, and then we have to get into Botania. But like this stuff seems to be pretty simple overall. This is tech, we can get that taken care of. This is to summon the warden for the killing, we can take care of that. Oblivion shard, that's getting into Project E. Improbable probability device is more tech, RF tools and stuff like that. Project E mechanism, that's what I was talking about there. Yeah, like overall, doesn't seem to be terribly too difficult. Like we can get most of this stuff and start working towards a lot of these things. What I would like to work on now is getting ourselves like, look, we need shellite, dragon steel. We already have these seeds. Granted, we don't get extras. We have to just make more, but that's perfectly fine. What I'm working towards right now, though, is the pulsating black hole, because the pulsating black hole, as it says, is made from a lot of blocks, right? If we take a look at the pulsating black hole, it requires a 5x oak log, 5x iron block, or blocks of iron, 5x dirt blocks, 5x redstone, 6x cobblestone, 5x gold, obsidian, gravel, and sand. Each one of those is 59,000 total blocks for each one of these things, which we don't have, right? Some of them we may, but like, for example, sand, we're not anywhere near having enough sand. And if I wanted to request, let's just say 60,000 sand. Okay, I guess I do have the essence and stuff to be able to just do this. So really, I guess setting up infrastructure for it probably isn't unnecessary. But we're going to set up infrastructure anyway because I want to. And just let it run while we do other things. And we end up with a pulsating black hole. Now, it was also mentioned to me in the comments that the TheAndrata is a dingus. I did not need to set up 3 separate things for each of the ores because, you can put different blocks inside of each of these. So I could have just put all 3 of them into one. However, this does kind of sort of triple the speed. I don't know if it can produce 2 things at once or if it cycles through. So I guess we can test that. Why not? We're here and we have the resources. If I grab a block of vibranium and I put it in here, yeah, see, it's like it cycles between them, or it's random which one you get from. So, I mean, in this case, we're getting 1 every operation versus 3. We're also costing ourselves, 36,000 RF per tick here, I believe. Yeah, these are 1,000 RF per usage. So, yeah, but we can handle it. Speaking of power, if we pop over here to our power area, we have used the power of 2 of our thermogenerators, and we dip into a third every so once in a while. So we're currently using, we can say we'll just round up. So this is 20,000 and some odd RF per tick. So our base currently to maintain and operate itself just as is, we're using about 20,000-ish RF per tick, which is really honestly not too bad. Anyway, dark matter, or the pulsating black holes, are going to require all of these things, and I want to get them through essence, but I don't want to see this. I don't want to have this going on. We're going to create these phytogenic insulators to do all of this processing, and we're going to have it pump into compacting drawers, and then have the compacting drawers handle the compacting to get them into that 5x state that they need to be in. But I want to get a quantum ring so I can put it inside of a hyperbox, right? I don't want to see it. I want to get it out of my way, out of sight, out of mind. We're going to put it in a hyperbox and just let it run all the time and create us the stuff. Get a drawer controller, link it up with a storage controller or a storage bus, and let it sit there and just build up in our system, right? But not actually in our system. So I want to get that going. In order to do so, though, we're going to have to get quantum ring going from AE2. I also want to get the quantum bridge card because I'm tired of not having access to my storage wherever I go, like our mob farm and things like that. So yeah, that's where we're at. So let's get started. In order to do this, our first thing that we would need to do is actually get ourselves our quantum entangled singularities, which require singularities, which, as you guys know, I have them being automated down there. I do want to point out, though, do I have the ability to make anything from integrated dynamics? Kind of, sort of, not really. I can make mineral logs, but so integrated dynamics, you can use the fluid exporter. What's it called? There's a fluid thing. Yeah, fluid exporter. So you can have a fluid exporter and then can't remember what the other one is. Anyway, you can get basically infinite transfer into this. I think you have to have like a fluid reader and then a fluid exporter. I'd like to experiment with this. Exports fluids from the network, and then the fluid reader reads fluid tanks. Yes. Take that, combine those with a logic cable and an old handy dandy sink, and you can make singularities super fast from what I understand. I don't think we can make this though, because we don't have enough of this crystallized mineral. We can EMC and get ourselves a mechanical squeezer. I kind of would like to do this. and see how fast that ends up being to get these singularities, but I don't necessarily need to. We have 27 singularities, and we don't really use them for terribly too much after this. But I would love to set it up and just see how ridiculous we can make this happen. Okay, let me. Yeah, we don't have enough of all of this stuff. Okay, yeah, we'll come back to that. We can set up a automation with this mechanical squeezer or a regular squeezer to be able to get those crystallized mineral. There's no mineral seeds, right? Actually, there are. Mineral seeds make mineral essence, and mineral essence can be used to craft, but it can only craft the logs, and the logs are EMCable, so I don't know why I would necessarily want to do this. Mineral berries. Anything fancy with those? Yeah, so I guess I don't know why I would want mineral seeds. Anyway, we're diverging. I don't need to worry about that right now. Let's work on what we're working on. Okay, so we need to get quantum entangled singularities. We currently have singularities available to us, so we're going to go ahead and grab a set of 4 of those because we're going to need, I don't know, actually, to be honest with you. So we're going to make 4 of them and see what happens. But in order to get these, if we open up our guide here, we have to explode. We got to make an explosion happen. You cause a reaction between an ender pearl or ender dust and a singularity. Any explosive force will trigger the reaction, and it produces them in pairs, but only requires a single singularity. So each one will get you 2 quantum entangled singularities. It might be a good idea to label these as names when you create them using the anvil. Okay, so I actually don't need 4. I need 2, but I need TNT. Applied Energistics does create or give you the option to have tiny TNT, which is great. We're going to need to get ender pearls. And we're going to want a button of some sort to trigger this whole explosion. Now, my base is chunk claimed, so I should not have to worry about the explosion damaging anything. But just to be safe, we'll do it like here. So that way, if I damage anything, it's only this little bridge here that gets damaged. We'll go ahead and I don't think, yeah, my hotkeys got messed up at some point. So we'll go ahead and just shove the ring or the magnet in my backpack. Throw these guys out there. Get the tiny TNT. Go ahead and place it down. Button. Boom. Yay, and it did destroy it and went away. Okay, that was completely not what I wanted. How do I have so much experience, by the way? Where did I get 146 levels? All that experience came from the quests? That is ridiculous. Okay, let's put those into there. And let's get some obsidian, I guess, and do this in a way that doesn't destroy all the stuff. I don't know why I can't click properly. But let's try this again. I thought that chunk claiming stopped explosions from happening, but I guess I was wrong. Or not explosions from happening, but explosions from affecting your base. Yeah. Oh, well. TNT. Excuse me. You back up. Button. Blow up. Thank you. Give me my quantum entangled singularities. Okay, so I have quantum entangled singularities. Now, I do need to make another set of these now because I want one for my quantum bridge, and I think I need them to make the quantum bridge, or I have to put it in there or something like that. Or does this just go into, I don't know. So we're going to make one. So let's get another singularity and a tiny TNT. And our button is still available to us, so we can go ahead and put that down. We can put that down. We need an ender pearl. Remember when we had trouble getting ender pearls at the beginning of the pack? It is so nice being like at this stage where I never have to worry about resources other than the things that are like difficult to actually craft. Okay, so we should be good with the quantum entangled singularities. I don't know if all the mod star requires some, but I mean, at that point we can get more fairly simply. Let's go ahead and not name these yet because I don't know what I want to name them, but we do have to keep in mind that these are linked, right? These won't stack on each other. These share NBT data, so we got to make sure that we are careful with those. But with that, we can go ahead and work on making ourselves our quantum bridge and our quantum link chamber. Our quantum link chamber is going to be made like so. We need to get Fluix pearls, and apparently I need to teach the system how to make those because that is the second time that they have popped up as being a possibility for crafting. Throw extra patterns in there. And we might as well go ahead and teach the system how to make the rings too because we're going to need them. And an energy cell. And anything else? That wasn't known. Nope. Okay, good. Pop these bad boys into our crafter here. Thank you. And we can go ahead and get ourselves a quantum link chamber. Bam. And I think we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. Am I correct in that assessment? We will find out when I go ahead and build this how wrong I actually am. 8. Because I'm kind of doing this. I've done this once before. I think I've done it once before. If not, I've watched like Direwolf do it once before. But I'm pretty sure I have done it once. Anyway, so the way that this works is you want to get your quantum link chamber, and your quantum link chamber is going to be like the main brain of your quantum link. We're actually going to need to double this whole setup up, by the way, because we need to have 2 of these. I'm sorry, 2 sets of these. One to go where we are going to send our network, and then one to attach to our network to be like the receiver or the sender. One's a transmitter, one's a receiver. How about that? Does that make sense? Okay. Where do I want to put this, though? That's the question. So we are going to be able to have 32 channels chill out off of this. So I definitely want to get myself a dense cable. And I think maybe I'll just like do something like this, and it can float off of the sides. Grab a quantum link chamber, pop that guy there, and then surround it with rings. But no, the ring has to go there. There we go. That is what will connect once this is built. The multi-block is formed. There we go. And then that will connect there. I don't know if it can connect to the quantum link chamber itself. Correct. In my assessment, I was correct. Okay, cool. I guess it's kind of like it's floating off of there. Maybe I can make it up one higher, and it kind of looks like little pylons sticking out. It's not really like a pylon, but it's like little ears. It really is what it's going to look like, is ears, but that's okay. So we do this, bam, and now that's set up, bridging off of there. Okay. So what we want to do is take this, and we're going to go ahead and put one of our quantum entangled singularities in there. Then we can go ahead and get ourselves our hyperbox that we were wanting. I need crying obsidian for this. How do we get crying obsidian? I don't remember. Witch water and obsidian, and pour it on with a spout. I remember this. Obsidian. We need, I had a spout once before, yes. And then we're going to need a tank for this. Just a regular fluid tank will work. Grab ourselves a bucket, and I'll be right back. And if we take some obsidian here, we should have crying obsidian made. You know, I'm actually surprised that this pack has not utilized more of create. It's very common nowadays for packs to be quite create heavy. And this one has not been, and I appreciate that. I love create. Create is good, but sometimes I feel like create is overdone. Everything requires create to get set up, especially in like a Skyblock where you're going to be building stuff like, you know, you start out small and you build yourself big. So I appreciate the fact that create is not something that is 100% necessary for this. Okay, so we have a hyperbox, and we're going to make this. This is going to be kind of, I don't know what to call it. It's going to be the black hole. Okay, we're calling it the black hole. So if we come inside of our black hole, we can now go ahead and set up our matching singularity. So we can go ahead and quantum link chamber this. Now we can go ahead and build this out like so, and then we can access all of our sides as needed, and then go ahead and pop this guy into here. And with that, we should now have our network be online, right? So we're good. And we can access all of our stuff. I could hook up a storage bus. Now I only have 32 channels available to this, and it is going to require some power. Specifically, we can go ahead and look at our controller and see how much power. We are using 2.4 thousand RF per tick, and that is the quantum rings are using 400 each. Okay, that's actually not terribly too much power. 400 RF per tick is not that bad overall. I'm sorry, we're using 5,000 RF per tick, and those are using 800 essentially. Still not that bad for those. Okay, cool. So now the only other thing that we want to get ourselves set up is our quantum bridge card, right? I want to make this bad boy. So I don't have to worry about having power and all that stuff, or my um, wireless access not being available to me. So we go ahead and we make ourselves a wireless receiver and our quantum bridge card. And I believe I need to make one more set of quantum link chamber. And I have to link this up. And I put the pearl in here, and I put one pearl into this, and then that gets me dimensional access to all of my stuff. Not as easy for sure as refined storage is by just being able to hook up a transceiver and everything, but workable for sure. Refined storage, you just get a transceiver and a receiver, bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go. And you don't have to worry about setting up all this fanciness, but at the same time, AE does handle some things quite a bit better than refined. Specifically, like the fact that you can put Botania mana in here or R source and things like that. You can't do that with refined. Okay, so if I take this and I don't put it, nope, give me that. I put it here, and then I put my singularity here. I should now have access no matter where I am in said universe. So if I test this out the easiest way, pop in the Hyperbox, I have access to my system. That is exactly what we are here for. So now I have, well, access into my system, no matter where I am at in the world. I can access all my patterns, all my terminals, everything that I would possibly need. No matter where I am, I have access, which is great. I no longer need to carry this guy with me, technically. I could just leave him wherever he is at, and I have access to everything that I would possibly need for the foreseeable future. So with that, that means that next episode, we are going to be able to start working on building out our infrastructure in here. Essentially, the way that it's going to work, and I mentioned it before, and I'll do some pre-work in between episodes. We're going to get our phytogenic insulators. The phytogenic insulators are going to make these specific essences, which is why I linked them to it. They're going to make the essences, and we're going to have them super sped up, right? We're going to do the whole energy nullifier and efficiency nullifier and the stellarite or whatever it's called. Get them as fast as they can possibly go. We're going to have the essences being made. I'm going to send those into a crafter and have that crafter. And we're going to have one dedicated for each of these things, except for sand and gravel, because they both require fire essence and dirt essence, and then something else for gravel. I can't remember what it is. So those are going to require 2 phytogenic insulators for those. So they'll kind of be on their own. But we're going to have everything go into a crafter and craft up the stuff that we need. And then it's going to get sent. So it'll get pulled into a compacting drawer, get compacted, and then it'll probably get pulled into another compacting drawer so it can get up to that 5x that we are looking for, or 6x in the case of the cobble. That's my plan here with all of this. I did look into the time torches, by the way, from Forcecraft, and it says in the quest book that the time torches exist, but you can't use them. So if we take a look here in Forcecraft and we go all the way to the end, can you tell time? Infuse a force torch with a clock to make a time torch. It can be crafted, but not used due to configs. You need it to tier up, but you can't use it. So I kind of sort of don't care about that anymore. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's episode, wow, man, I'm very yellowy in here. I do not like the colors that are in here. If you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one. Have a good one.